What if your greatest strength lies in what the world doesn't see? What if stepping out of the spotlight could actually make you more powerful? Today, we explore the power of being faceless and fearless. In a world fixated on faces and fame, choosing to remain unseen can feel counterintuitive, yet there is profound freedom in it. Being faceless doesn't mean being invisible or insignificant. It means letting your work, your words, and your purpose speak louder than your appearance. It means showing your value, not just your face. I'm here to tell you that you can be invisible yet impactful, quiet yet utterly powerful. Together, we will uncover how embracing anonymity and courage can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Let's dive in. Choosing to be faceless is an act of strength. It is a deliberate decision to let substance outweigh style. When you don't put your face forward, you force the world to focus on what truly matters: your message, your skills, your creativity. Think about it. Success speaks louder than selfies. The impact you create, the solutions you offer, the stories you share, these become your identity. By being faceless, you remove the superficial distractions. No judgments about appearance, no biases or labels, just pure message and impact. In fact, you may find that not putting a face forward helps others connect more deeply with what you share. Viewers focus on the story, not the storyteller. They can project their own dreams and questions onto your words without distraction. In this way, your work becomes a mirror, one where they see their own potential reflected back. And that's a profound connection that transcends any appearance. Some of the most influential figures operate behind the scenes. Writers, developers, visionaries, many remain faceless, and yet their work resonates around the world. They prove that you don't need to be seen to be heard. Your voice, written or spoken, your vision, executed with passion, those shine far brighter than any spotlight on a face. Embracing the faceless advantage means freeing yourself from the fear of judgment. You reclaim your privacy and your focus. Instead of asking, "How do I look?" you start asking, "Does my idea help someone? Does my work inspire or solve a problem?" And that shift in focus is powerful. It sets you apart as someone who leads with purpose over persona. Remember, the goal is to stay behind the scenes and ahead of the game. By the time people notice who you are, your impact is already speaking for you. But being faceless alone is only part of the equation. To truly unlock this power, you must pair it with something deeper: courage. Let's talk about fear. Even when you're not showing your face, fear can linger in the background. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown. It's natural, everyone feels it. Being fearless isn't about having zero fear. It's about feeling that fear and moving forward anyway. It's about courage. Believe me, I know how it feels. The first time I put my work out into the world without showing my face, my heart was pounding. I worried, will anyone listen if they can't see me? But once I took that leap, I learned something important. People responded to my message, to the value I offered, and not to whether my face was on the screen. It was proof that authenticity and impact trump appearance. That experience taught me that the fear in our minds is often the only thing holding us back. You don't need to be brimming with confidence to start. Confidence is earned after you act, not before. What you need is the willingness to begin despite the butterflies. You don't need unfaltering confidence. You need courage to take the first step. The confidence will grow each time you realize you didn't let fear stop you. Think of fear as a compass. It often points toward what matters most to us. If you're afraid to put your work out there, it might be because it truly matters to you. Rather than letting that fear paralyze you, let it inform you. Turn it into fuel. Turn "what if I fail" into "what might I achieve?" Sometimes it helps to ask yourself, what's really the worst that could happen? Perhaps a video gets a few negative comments or fewer views than you hoped. That's okay. You will still have grown and learned. Now flip it and ask, what's the best that could happen? You might spark inspiration in someone you've never met. You might open a door to a new opportunity. That possibility of even one life changed for the better makes any fear worth facing. Every creator, every entrepreneur, every leader has felt fear. The ones who succeed are not those without fear. They're those who act in spite of it. When you choose to be faceless and fearless, you become unstoppable. You realize that the opinions or doubts of others have no face either. They can't hold power over you unless you let them. courage is a habit. Every time you post that video, launch that idea, or share your truth without needing personal recognition, you train your courage. Little by little, fear loses its grip, and your grip on your goals tightens. Now imagine what happens when you combine that courage with the freedom of being faceless. When you are both faceless and fearless, you become a force of nature, unseen yet unstoppable. You work quietly, but your results make noise. You may not seek the spotlight, but you create light for others. Think of the countless innovations and movements fueled by people whose names or faces we might never know. Their passion moves them more than any desire for credit. They are motivated by purpose, by impact. When you adopt this mindset, you start to realize that recognition is just a byproduct, not the goal. The goal is legacy. The goal is change. The goal is touching lives, whether or not anyone knows who delivered the message. There is power in privacy. When you don't spend energy worrying about how you're perceived, you pour all of it into what you're creating. You become more creative, more daring. You're willing to experiment, to fail, and try again because your ego isn't on the line, just your vision, and your vision is worth that risk. By staying faceless, you've humbled your approach, and by being fearless, you've emboldened your actions. That combination is rare and magnetic. People might not see your face, but they feel your presence in every word you write, every video you share, every creation you put into the world. You become the leader who leads from the front without standing at the front, the architect behind the masterpiece, the voice behind the movement. Your influence stretches beyond you because it's never been just about you. It's about what you give. And when you give boldly, without fear and without need for praise, you truly are unstoppable. And here's the beautiful part. By walking this path, you quietly give others permission to do the same. Your courage sparks courage in them. Your success whispers to others, you can do this too. This is how a quiet revolution begins, one faceless, fearless creator at a time. Now let's bring it all together. We've explored how stepping back from the spotlight can actually help you shine brighter, and how facing your fears frees you to achieve more than you imagined. The power of being faceless and fearless is real. It means your work carries the torch and your courage fuels the flame. As you finish watching this, I invite you to consider your own journey. What could you accomplish if you stopped worrying about being seen and started caring about making a difference? Be faceless, be fearless, and let your impact speak for itself. Thank you for watching. Stay true to your vision and stay fearless.